What is happening, everybody? I am TheAnarchitect, and today I am bringing you another reading log, this time for November of 2020, in front of my nice new bookshelf. Yeah, the old reliable just wasn't really doing it for me anymore. It was breaking apart, it was old, it was getting full, and so I went ahead and got me a nice new Billy bookshelf, and it is working wonders for me. It is getting kind of full already, though, because I'm just buying an ish ton of new mangas, so I'm probably gonna have to get another one at some point. But anyway, that's not what you tuned in to hear. You tuned in to hear what I read this month, and I read quite a bit of manga. I caught up on some series that I've been meaning to read for a while, and so that's what I'll be focusing a lot on in this one. And we're gonna be starting off with one that I mentioned in my last video. We got Spy Family. This is volume 2. I've read 1 and 2. I did a whole first impression video last time, so if you want to go ahead and click on that little notification, where's my hand? There it is. It'll take you to that video if you want to check out my full opinion on it. But this is a really enjoyable shonen series. Very, very funny so far. Anya is adorable, and yeah, it is just a really fun time so far. I'm going to be getting the new volume. The volume 3 I think is getting ready to come out. I'll probably have that by next week. And yeah, this is a series that I'll definitely be collecting, and I recommend this to anybody who just wants a fun new shonen action comedy series. This one is a good selection, so definitely one I'm going to keep reading. And next up is a series that, to be honest guys, I don't know what took me so long to get into this. I've had this volume for a long time, and for whatever reason it took me forever to read it. It is Monster by Naoki Urasawa. This is volume 1 of the Perfect Edition. I don't know what took me so long. I've had this on my shelf early on when I started collecting, like back in July or August, and it just took me until the end of October. I'm going to throw this in even though it's end of October, whatever. It took me forever to get into this, and I don't know why, because now that I've read it, now I want more. Maybe I should have waited until I got more volumes of it, but man, oh man, guys, this is like a crazy crime mystery drama that I don't want to spoil too much about it, because I feel like everybody either already knows about this, or if they don't, they really need to. You guys really need to get into this at some point. It is amazing. I mean, it's the only thing I'll tell you is there's a doctor who inadvertently saves the life of someone who turns into a very bad person later. But it goes deep, man. It goes deep, and I can't wait to get more of this. I don't know if I'm gonna get any this month. It's coming up in my haul. I didn't really buy any. I think some of them were out of stock on Right Stuff, and I can see why, because the story is crazy, and I need to get more, though. At some point I will need to get more, and I'll do probably more videos on this series. So yeah, Monster is, yeah, it's gonna be a really good series. I can't wait to get more. And speaking of a series that I need to get more of, I did go ahead and read like 4 volumes of One Punch Man, like 2 through 5. I only read the first volume a while back, and I was waiting for whatever reason to get into this too, and I got more of this coming in because One Punch Man has just been a trip. I mean, this series has been going on for a while. This is another series that took me forever to get into, and I don't know why. Again, because this is just one of the most insane shonen series out there. It's amazing because it's clearly very satirical. It's clearly like making fun of a bunch of, you know, common shonen tropes, but it has the story and the characters of its own to just make it still like a compelling story and a fun story. And these covers are something else, man. I love the images on the back as well, and this artwork, man. I mean, can we just appreciate this artwork right now? Okay, Yusuke Murata, his artwork is absolutely insane. I can't wait to get more One Punch Man. You'll probably see some pop up in my manga haul here in a little bit, coming up later this week probably. But yeah, One Punch Man is a trip, and I love it. And next up is a series that, again, I've had on my shelf for a while. Didn't really read it for a while, but I went ahead and I finished the whole series. So I read basically the entire series of Dragon Ball. Now, I am a huge Dragon Ball fan. I grew up on Dragon Ball like many others. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, for many people, was their introduction into anime, and that was pretty much true for me as well. I've had the Dragon Ball box set. I bought that a while ago, and it's been sitting on my shelf. I read like the first 6 or 7 volumes, and I decided, you know what? Let me go ahead and get into my nostalgia bag and just enjoy some Dragon Ball. So I read the last, like, whatever volumes I said, from like 8 to 16, just completed the whole series. Because there were parts of the original Dragon Ball anime that I didn't really watch, like the Piccolo Jr. fight and all that stuff. So I managed to get in and finish it, and yeah, man, just the nostalgia just poured over me. And I still love Dragon Ball. Is it the greatest series ever? No. Does it have its flaws? Absolutely. One thing I noticed about, after reading the Dragon Ball manga and everything, it now makes sense why the anime has so much filler and so many drawn out scenes, because the chapters in this series are really, really short. I mean, you can blow through these volumes in no time. So in order for them to make full-length episodes, yeah, that there almost had to be drawn out scenes of characters just standing there and music play. I mean, it makes sense to me why all the filler and all the stuff like that exists. But this was just a nice little nostalgia kick for me, finally going through the series of Dragon Ball. Now I'm going to have to buy the Dragon Ball Z box set at some point and read through that. That'll come at a later date, or some other series I'm focusing on more so. But I will get that, if for no other reason than just because I grew up on Dragon Ball, and I feel like that I need that in my collection. So that's that. In the last few things that I read this month, I'm actually going to have to pull them right off the shelf here. Let's go with this one first. Even though I haven't finished it yet, I did finally break into Beastars. And man, does this start off really, really interesting. I mean, it starts off with sort of like a mystery vibe right from the get-go. From what I can gauge from this, I mean, I haven't read that far into the story, to be honest, but from what I can already gauge, people who are just shrugging this off as some sort of furry manga, they are really missing the point with this, because this has some themes in it that I think are just as real as any other story or any other real-life scenario. This is so interesting so far, and I'm going to probably actually finish this tonight, because I started last night and I actually got kind of tired, so I was like, I'll pick it up later. I'm going to finish this first volume, and I'm probably going to want to pick up some more pretty soon. But yeah, that's Beastars right there. I think I'm going to like it. And another series that I really got into, I'm going to pull off the shelf here, I did read part 1 of Message to Adolf. This was the Osamu Tezuka classic that I mentioned in my manga haul that, just went back on, in stock, basically in print. And wow, this story is very, very interesting. It is very dramatic, very dark at times. I mean, the subject matter, dealing with World War II and being a historical fiction with a lot of connections to reality. Boy, it can get hard to read at some points, just things that happen in this volume particularly. But it is still a fascinating story with a lot of drama, a lot of big twists. It's sort of a crime mystery drama with the historical elements thrown in, and a lot of other really heavy themes based off of the world of the way the world was in this time period. Definitely recommend this to people who are fans of historical fiction, especially that focused on World War II, which I am. I'm very fascinated about that time period. So this is a definite recommendation from me if you're interested in that kind of thing. I still need to read part 2, and I plan on doing that this month coming up. But yeah. And finally, I had to cap it off with this. Vinland Saga. Still my favorite manga right now. Finished book 7. I'm almost finished with book 8. I mean, what more can I say about this series? It is still fantastic. I love everything about this. I just made it through the slave arc, I guess you could call it. I don't even really know. I don't want to spoil too much for people who haven't gotten this far in the story yet, but I mean, there's not much more I can actually say. This goes beyond words for me. It is fantastic. The character development throughout the whole series, especially with Thorfinn, is incredible, and it continues to just entertain me every chance I get. Like I said, book 8, I just broke into it, and I'm almost finished with book 8, so you can tell just how much this is so bingeable. I got all the way up to volume 11, which is available right now in America. I don't know when volume 12 is coming out, but I think that's pretty much the end of the story when it does drop, or at least what's up to this point. I'm not sure, guys. If is the story actually completed? I haven't actually looked it up. You can tell me in the comments section. Is it still ongoing? Is it completed in Japan? I really don't know. So if you guys could tell me in the comments section, I would love that. But yeah, Vinland Saga is still a series that, I mean, it's great. It's so far my top manga, my favorite one that I've read so far by a good margin. So I can't wait to finish what I got here because it's a masterpiece, man. That's all I can say. So guys, that's gonna do it for this month's reading log video. I would love to hear what you guys have been reading recently, so go ahead and put that in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you drop me a like, or if you like this kind of content and you want to see more of it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I got more stuff coming. My manga haul video will probably come at the end of this week, as well as details about the giveaway that I'm planning, so you're definitely going to want to check that out. But until then, I am the Architect, and I'll see you in the next video.
Perfect.